Hey everybody, how you doing? How's everybody doing? It's the golden hour. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little pressed for time here because we only have so much, good real estate right here at Mar Vista Park where we're recording from. Station identification. This is Big Al's Grill ASMR, a little solo episode for you today. All I am doing, this is shit. What the fuck? The park is a flurry of activity at the moment. There's box lacrosse going on behind me. The dogs are out to play. You can see all the poochies in the background. That's pretty fun. And I'm here doing a classic chicken for the week. I need to do some chicken. It's been on my list of things to do. But yeah, I mean, a good old solo ep today. I'm gonna answer some of your questions that I posed online on Instagram today. Get everybody kind of fired up on that, and then just kind of tell you a little bit about what's been going on with me. I was just in New York filming a sketch comedy series, an episodes plot, a series of episodes with my friends Dan and Yvette. Super funny, Dan Carney, Yvette Segan, and I'm really proud of the way it comes out. I'm really proud of the way we all acted in it and just like how funny the script is. I think you guys are gonna really like it. It's not some of those, it'll probably be on Instagram and all that, but it's gonna be like a legitimate like episode series. Like we got some money behind it. Like it's gonna be so cool. I'm pretty stoked on it. And as somebody that's been like doing a lot of these self-tapes in Hollywood, what you don't know about self-tapes is that all we do is we get sent like these scripts from our managers or whatever, and they go, hey, check this out. And like, I get scripts sometimes for roles called like douchey white guy comedian or frat bro, finance bro, guy who says N-word. That's the stuff I go out for. That's what I get picked for. So to finally have like a project where I'm actually going out there and doing something I think is cool, created by friends who I respect and I think are hilarious, such a plus, such a bonus. And then I'll actually have something I can put out into the world. Like they might be playing some baseball over here in a quick second, but yeah, I mean, and then I bombed. I did some sets at the Stand, did all right some nights. I ate it the last night I was there. It was not good. You kind of need bombs like that to just throw you back into a self-conscious hate spiral. That's always good for you, a self-conscious hate spiral. No, but I go out for like just stuff that is not right for me all the time. Because the first thing you do, the way people will remember you moving forward. It's like kind of how if you see somebody at an open mic and they suck, you kind of can't get that like first impression out of your head. Like first impressions are everything. And it's like, I go out for stuff where it's like, they had me test for this panel on the E! Network where I would be like judging red carpet looks on award shows. Something a guy like me, very fashion forward, would definitely be great at. And I'm in this room and it's all just the who's who of Bachelor Nation and Fuckboy Island. I think I'm the only comedian in there, and I go, well, I'll kill this, They gave me the packet of what they're gonna go over. I got jokes written for days. And I walk in there and this panel, they didn't want a comedian. They just wanted a guy in a crocheted Abercrombie tank top to say like, oh, I don't know, she looks pretty hot. All right, I went in there with hot takes on the outfits. I went in there with good homework being done. And that was, I don't know, I did call Hannah Einbinder a hack. I don't believe that. I just thought, we're spicing it up. It's for YouTube, right? Who cares? Be unfiltered is what they said. And I was fucking unfiltered. Anyway, I'm really excited about this project. I think you will be too. People are buzzing out here at the park. I'll tell you what I'm a little bit anxious about. In a few weeks, I'm going to be performing at the Boston Garden for Cam Neely Foundation's Comics Come Home. The lineup's insane. I'm with like Sam Morril, Lil Rel Howery, Ronnie Chang. Ronnie Chang, known Manchester, New Hampshire native. Bill Burr, like Bobby Kelly. It's gonna be crazy. I can't even believe I'm on this lineup, and I'm just like, I'm already getting anxious about like, accommodating everybody that like wants to come see it. Obviously, I'm going to give out like a couple, I'll give out comps to friends and things like that, but I'm already worrying about the set. Like, have I been playing too much to younger audiences? Have I been pandering to people that maybe want to just see me talk about, hey, like, because I don't know, man. I'm getting in my own head lately about whether or not my act is too like 27 and under focused. But I guess that's what I'm speaking to. That's my experience. But it's going to be hard to follow Lenny Clark when he gets up there and he's like, Cape traffic is crazy, I don't know, maybe I'll make a Bruins joke or something. That probably wouldn't go over well if I did a Boston Bruins joke, so I don't know if I'll even do that. It'll be really cool, and I think it'll really cap off nicely a year where I've hit some very cool milestones, and I've done some great things. But at the end of the day, it's just about kind of like keeping your head focused. Maybe it's, it's the spooky season, also making me a little freaked out and scary, but I'm also very cognizant of how I might be making somebody feel. It's that anxious attachment style, man. That anxious attachment style will take its little paws, put it on your medulla oblongata, and say, why does she hate you? Why does everybody hate you? That's anxious attachment style. It feels just like, if I leave a cute voice note and it's not answered within 3 hours, I'm thinking like, I blew it. Overboard. You fucked it. That's what I feel like. Isn't that crazy? Oh, crow. Hey, let's check on this chicken. Oh, baby. I've been working on some new bits too, which have been doing better. I'm really focusing on making sure my style and my pacing as a comic is more relaxed and approachable. I think the past 3 months I've gotten to this really bad habit of like getting up there and just going rapid fire, scorched earth. Confident, but definitely very like, where I should just be like, hey, we're talking. I'm just having a conversation. Hey, I might be a little drunk. You don't know. I might be a little bad right now. You don't even know. But anyway, this episode, a lot of people asked listener questions. For the people that sent in questions, I think it was like back episode 5 or episode 6, I said send in questions for the next solo episode. You guys are going to be going first, and I'm very excited you did. Imagine Cat asked, if you had a chance to play hockey with any NHL player of your choosing, who would that be? I think I got to go Georges Laraque. You might know him from just being the biggest dreadlock dude, the best fighter of his generation, just an absolute moose out there, the Lawrence Taylor of ice hockey. He would fuck people up. I just need somebody who's like worse than me to make myself look better. And plus, whenever I was playing in like summer tournaments and stuff and there was fighting, I really enjoyed having somebody who was huge to back me up whenever I started chirping people and getting into the weeds a little bit. So Georges Laraque is my answer. I will put a picture of Georges Laraque. This is Georges Laraque in my hand, like a little teacup, short and stout. Bryce said, since you said King of the Hill was the best animated show, what are your top 5 animated shows? Bryce, this is a great question. King of the Hill, number 1. Number 2, South Park. Number 3, Family Guy. Number 4, I'm going to go number 4, I might actually go, number 4, Archer. And then number 5, I'm going to go Smiling Friends, just because I've been watching Smiling Friends very often. It's very funny, like, all like the fucking head shop owners probably throwing away all their Rick and Morty gear and replacing it with Smiling Friends when that came out. Dude, stoners love cartoons, don't they? There's nothing like a guy who smokes too much weed rocking a Peter Griffin Rastafarian t-shirt or a Rick and Morty pair of pajamas. Noah Frazier asks, is LA ready to host the Olympics? No, but it'll be awful and enjoyable to live through. I think it'll be really funny just to like be around while chaos happens. I don't know, maybe I could do a grill ASMR live from the park and there's just, homeless Uruguayan people walking around like, hey, I can't find the water polo stadium. McLaughlin, my boy from Manresa, said, do it be fartin'. And by fartin', he means my butt. Brother, let me tell you, wearing some of your wonderful corn neck shorts, also wearing some of your great climbing pants, it be farting, but it be staying contained, thank God. Shout out to you, man. Keep making some great clothes. Shout out to Manresa. Check out their clothes for all the New England things. Let's check on this chicken before I go any further. I think I'm gonna take it off. I think this is pretty good. Get some juices going. There's a father-son duo playing catch behind me, and I really appreciate that about the park. I can be out here grilling chicken, and parents can be out here being parents. All right? I ain't no stepdad. I'm the dad who decided to grow in the park. Johnny McCabe said, is it life in the big city if you don't have a 3-month fling at least once? It is not life in the big city unless you have one of those. You need to be having a 3-month fling every here and there. Okay? Mix it up a little bit. Get in the cement mixer and just ruin your life with a 3-month fling, somebody you just have nothing in common with. Make it like one of those girls that goes to EDC or like Bonner, or like one of those like festival girls. Hell, start dating a juggalo. I bet you'll find that pretty interesting. All right, because think about it. Relationships are a lot like wearing shoes, okay? If it doesn't fit, it's going to become more and more painful with each step. And the more you grow, the less that shoe is going to feel comfortable. So think about that when you're having a 3-month fling and remind yourself, hey, for these next 3 months, I'm going to be eating a lot of glitter, but I know it's not for me. Take that home with you, Johnny. Danielle asked, what niche thing really gets you going? This is a great question. Panda diplomacy. For me, panda diplomacy is a topic I can talk about ad nauseum. If you're not familiar, China, what they do is they lease out pandas to countries they deem favorable in their eye. And pandas bring in so much traffic to zoos that they feel comfortable paying upwards of $900,000 just for the right to lease and breed these pandas over a decade. More often than not, when Chinese diplomats go to visit a country, the zoologist will come with them. There are a lot of new terms and conditions that they put onto our pandas because we let a panda in the Memphis Zoo die. Panda diplomacy is something, I wrote an entire script called Panda Express, specifically about this topic and about a zoo in Providence, Rhode Island that gets a panda and finds out it's actually a political, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but Warner Brothers, FX, somebody call me, okay? Because I got Oliver Stone, this is right up your alley. Panda diplomacy, Big Al Flynn, let's make it happen. Call the Chinese government. I also really like rock climbing. I've been getting into rock climbing very recently, and I've started training for it, which is obviously just a huge cry for help, but it's kind of nice, I'm 27 at this point. I'm gonna have fucking bad hobbies. You kind of, at this age, at 27, I could start getting into model trains. And you know what I'd say? Fuck you. All right, you don't like my hobby of refurbishing old model boats? Go get a spoon and eat my ass. How's that sound? That's how I feel at 27. All right? I'm done looking cool. I'm done trying to be cool. I'm gonna have a weird ass hobby like rock climbing. All right, like taking old ropes and making rug out of them. Fuck you. Okay? Trash Pimp. Trash Pimp asks, do you even like rock climbing? And that's the other thing. I don't like it. Okay? But it's my hobby, and I'm sticking with it for at least another 3 to 4 years. Why? Because I'm a man with fucking character and strong fingers. All right, Imagine_cat said, how do you find the courage to be bad at something new and enjoy the process of improving? Imagine Cat, this is a great question. Imagine_cat asks, how do you find the courage to be bad at something new and enjoy the process of improving? Easy. Alcohol. Start showing up to whatever you're doing drunk. Okay? You won't care about what anybody else thinks, and I'll tell you what, I bet you'll have even twice the fun. No, but in all seriousness, I think you just kind of have to pick something where you don't tell anybody you're doing it, and then eventually show them how good you've gotten, even though it might be incremental. You know what I'm saying? It's like with rock climbing. For me, I always like to rock climb with people who have never done it before, so that, in the process of me learning and improving at my own skill, I can just tool on people and kind of just beast on them a little bit at something they've never done before. So it makes me feel a lot better. Dude, they're playing some catch behind me, and I love that. Good old Mar Vista Park. You can watch me grill, and you can also watch a beautiful relationship between father and son flourish behind me. That's what it's all about in the end, isn't it? Grilling meats, playing catch. But yeah, Imagine_cat. I would say maybe just keep it to yourself. Because I think the more you want to try and show people, the less you'll care. And I also think this, if you're doing maybe like a group activity, just try and find like-minded people that are also starting at the same time. You might find that, sharing information will help all of you improve alongside each other. And it'll less feel like the haves and have-nots, and more as if you're all kind of growing as one. Keenan, my buddy Keenan, shout out to Keenan. He's living in Dusseldorf, I believe, right now, evading taxes. Keenan said, what does the phrase, "a bird in hand is worth two in the bush" truly mean? I don't know, Keenan. This seems like quite the interesting... Hey, you've been living in Europe for the past, 2 years. How about just giving me a phone call instead of leaving this weird cryptic message? Just give me a call. How are you doing? All right? Do you really need to know? Is this like an undercover thing? Have you been captured by the... Keenan, have you been captured by the Swiss authorities? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. The falcon flies at midnight. I'm worried about you, buddy. All right, let's finish it off with Peter. Peter asks, what are your thoughts on being self-critical? Well, Peter, I feel as though self-criticism is a good thing, but you should try and do it without losing that sense of confidence you have in yourself. And it's such a hard dance to manage here. I find that in the past, I've been almost too critical of myself to a fault, where I can't really learn from the experience. I'm more focused on shaming myself and feeling bad for myself. So when it comes to being self-critical, I think always keep in mind that no matter how bad something was or you think something was, it probably was only half as bad as that. And if you have the determination and you have the will, you're going to end up trying it again and getting back up and doing it again and again and again. So obviously be self-critical, but don't allow that self-criticism to hamper any sort of determination and any sort of feeling you have about who you are as a person and who you maybe are as an artist or somebody who's trying to get better at something. You know what, Peter? You and Imagine_cat should both try and do some pottery together. That's what I want to see. Let's get a date going, huh? You and _cat. _cat. That's really good. I hope everybody's been having a good intro to fall. The spookies are out. Everybody's feeling crazy and wild. I really like Halloween. I don't think I'm going to dress up this year. I just don't really see the point. I think I'm too old. And I don't want to dress like the Haktua girl or like whatever else would be kind of relevant. I've never understood the people that are like, I hate dressing up. Dressing up is fun. If you nail a costume, it's fun. You do a character all night. It's any guy's chance to actually do improv for once, which is a fun thing to. But yeah, they take Halloween really seriously in LA. I did not realize that. It's probably because everybody's already dressing up as different versions of themselves every day. And now they can actually just nail it down to sexy cat. That's a pretty easy person to be. At the end of the day, man, I'm trying to relax more. I'm trying to remember that it's all a process. It's so hard to do that while you're on social media. Here's my challenge for you, the listener at home. Maybe take a day where you just don't answer anybody. You leave your phone at home. Go have a you day. Don't talk to anybody. Don't send your parents and all your loved ones a text that says help, and then leave your phone at home and say, you know what? I don't care if it's lunch. I'm going to get some ice cream. You'll feel way better, okay? Check it tomorrow. Who cares? Bang! Look at that, beautiful. Well, I think that might be the end of the episode. And I want to give a heartfelt thank you to everybody that's listened. If you're a new listener, thank you. To anybody that's been along with me for the ride, thank you as well. We're going to continue to keep building this podcast and making it awesome. I've been lucky enough to I guess I don't really have too much to say because frankly, for one, I'm trying to take some of the stuff that I've said on this podcast, maybe in solo episodes, and try and apply it to some of my stand-up. And thankfully, you all have been witness to some of, me trying to be creative and trying to unstuck myself here in front of this camera, in a park, on my roof. And I want you to know that it's not easy, but I really, for everybody that does fuck with me heavy, I want you to know that I fuck with you very, very heavy. Let me rephrase that. For everybody that supports me, I want you to know that I support you. And I might get up there and I might talk shit about, my friends, and I might talk shit about this and that, but it's so much love that I feel for everybody, I think. What I'm trying to say is that I'll forever be grateful for all of you for helping me live my dream. And if there's any way that I can help you do that and help you at least feel a little bit less alone or a little bit less bored in the car or at work or whatever, I want you to know I will do that. Yeah, guys, please like and subscribe. Please enjoy the pod and tell your friends. If you can leave a review, that'd also be sweet. But I want you to know that I love you, and I'll be talking to you all very soon. We have some fun guests coming up. Maybe Noel Miller, I don't know. Maybe Zach, I don't know. Some cool people. But yeah, leave more questions whenever you want the next questions to be done. You will get first priority if you leave a question on this Spotify episode. You'll get first priority. So, see you guys.